Hey, Lowco sports fans, welcome to Lowco Pigskin Live. Justin Jarrett here at the outset, but I've already got friends on the way, one in the green room, and we'll go to him now as Wes Kerr is out at Hilton Head High School at the Nest, where we've got a great game going over there, Wes. A couple of times tonight, it seemed like Gray Collegiate had the Seahawks on the ropes and was about to deliver a knockout blow, but each time the Seahawks have come out and punched back and held their own. And Thad Zarnecki has delivered a couple of haymakers to keep them in the game. And now they are trying to put together a drive that would tie it up, down 7 as we
Yeah,
look in
facing
on the game live on
facing a
Beaufort's own.
third down and about 5 right now after Zarnecki was stopped for a minimal gain. They've done a better job against him, the War Eagles have. So it's going to be up to Renishevsky to make some plays. Shotgun snap coming on third down as the Seahawks look to move it forward here, and it opens up for him. And he's got a first down and more close to midfield where they have passed it. That midfield line, but there is a flag down. There's a flag down
So as
close to
far
the
as I
line
can
of
tell, West
scrimmage.
is about 2 plays ahead of the
Okay,
Beaufort's own team
I'll
in
let you.
real
I'll
in
let you.
real
I'll let
time.
Marcus Walsh. I'll let Marcus Walsh and the company take over in terms of the call.
No, I think I want to know what's happening live, and we'll react.
Yeah,
We'll see it like a
yeah.
replay when it
All
happens
right.
on
Well,
the
it's
screen.
coming back. It's
I'm not a
a
tape
whole.
the game and watch it plausibly
Yeah,
live guy. I want to know
yeah.
what's happening on the ground.
The Seahawks just pushed back on a holding call, so it's third, third and about 15 on their own 23 after penalty. Even
Oh
Risher
yeah,
in the
there's your
game.
big gainer.
You're right. Brandashevsky. Pressure is coming. He's going to get rid of it quickly, and it is tipped, almost intercepted, incomplete, and Seahawks will have to bring the punting unit out at 4th and 15.
Watching live on Beaufort's own, plausibly live. I mean, slight delay as is to be expected. Streaming over YouTube, you can watch it over there. But we've got the added commentary from Wes Kerr, who's on the
Yeah.
ground at the Nest,
Um,
checking
but
this one
hey,
out in
not the only
person. And
action
a
going
couple
on.
plays
How
ahead of
about
us. He's in the
those
future.
Hurricanes from Hampton County High School tonight? A domination over Manning.
Yeah,
They are cruising on their way to the lower state championships, and they will face either Central or Philip Simmons. Last time we checked, Central had like a 16-point lead, and if Central wins, they would come to Hampton County for the lower state championship next week.
yeah, and they're in like running clock territory out in
Okay,
Manning. It's 56-6 now.
but
It
from what
was
I've heard,
49-6 at halftime, and then Terrell Grant with a pick, and then the next play it was
yeah,
Nigel Fripp
yeah,
to the house. So Jalen
yeah,
Singletary was able to shut it down at halftime, not due to injury, but because it was a blowout this time. The
yeah.
Canes are going to roll, and like you said, they could be hosting the lower state finals next week
Right.
if that score with Central holds.
Build's defense has been keeping them in it here in this second half. It was 28-14 at the halfway stage. The Seahawks have cut it in half. Defense is allowed. The Seahawks is staying in this game, and the offense has had some chances. Renishevsky drove close to the red zone a series before, and he just overthrew his target. It was good coverage, but he was picked off in the end zone
Yeah.
before that most recent drive. So Hilda has had their chances to tie up this game, but still a 7-point lead for the Gray Collegiate War Eagles here on the road in this lower state semifinal.
Yeah, this is a really quality Gray
Yeah,
Collegiate team.
yeah,
When they came out of the gate, I mean, they were impressive with the
yeah,
speed, but Hilton had made some great adjustments at halftime and was able to get a couple of stops here on defense in the second half, able to limit the running game a little bit. Xavier Wright is as
yeah,
advertised. He
yeah.
is the real
He's looking
deal,
the part.
and you still hope that maybe the
Yeah.
freshman mistake
Well, there's still
will
time for
come
that to
here for
happen.
Hilton Head.
We got
Yep.
6.5 minutes to go, and Gray Collegiate has a second and 5 in Seahawks territory around the 40-yard line. They try to add on to the slim lead here at the Nest. Williamson gets the carry, and he is stuffed.
All right.
Oh my, Hilton's defense has come alive in the second half.
So we see that play, and then the next play is the one
Bill
Wes just
Risher,
told us about, the
Bill
big
Risher
stuff.
crashing through the backfield. It's a loss of 3. It's going to be third and about 8. Third and 8 from the 44 of Hilton Head.
All right. Bill Risher, of course, a Hampton County product, and they are
Yep.
still very proud of him. And Hampton County crew definitely pulling for the Seahawks with that Hampton County connection this year. I think they're kind of there's a kinship between those two programs anyway.
All right, to the right sideline, incomplete. Great coverage by Hilton Head on the outside, and it's fourth down.
All right, so the Seahawks forcing a fourth down in awkward territory for Gray here. So let us know, Wes, what they're going to line up to do. They try to pin them deep, or do you risk giving them a short field if you go for it on fourth down?
Looks like the punting unit is out for Gray Collegiate.
Yeah, that's what you'd expect there. Go,
And they will kick it
you trust your
away.
defense to defend a long field with
Sky high punt
time
into the end zone.
getting away.
So another opportunity for the Seahawks to tie this up with 5 minutes, about 10 seconds to go. They think the clock ran a little bit long, so they might adjust it, maybe. But clock shows 5:06 to go here, and they put it back to 5:12. So 5 minutes, 12 seconds to go here, fourth quarter. Seahawks down a touchdown. High drama at the Nest. I mean, you can't ask for anything more. In terms of the suspense here, they'll had a chance to come all the way back.
All right. Well, we have a final, and with this final, we bring in our friend Jeremy Orr live from Hampton County. Are they celebrating over there yet? Because it just went final, Jo. 56-6. The Hurricanes roll over Manning, and they are on to the lower state finals. And now we're just waiting on a final score from Central and Philip Simmons. But meanwhile, we'll talk about that in more detail later, Jo, and what it means for Hampton County. But we got the Seahawks in quite a battle here. They have fought to stay in this game, and it looked like they were going to get a stop there before halftime, Wes. But a pass interference flag
It
gave
looks
Gray
like
a
a
first
flag
down, and
just
they were
came
able to
in
score.
late against the War Eagles, and Hilton might be picking up another first down.
If you're just joining us, Wes is
And
live
a
at the
personal
Nest.
foul against Gray Collegiate. 15-yard penalty will push it forward here for Hilton Head. Seahawks driving down 7.
So Wes is
Jeremy.
about 2 to 3 plays ahead of us
All right, I may have
right
to,
now.
to calm down a bit.
No, we
I don't
want
want
the live
to. Right.
update. I'm just letting
Okay.
the new
Sure.
viewers know that
Sure.
what you're seeing on your
Yeah.
screen is you'll notice is what Wes has just described to you about a minute earlier. But we still want to see it with our eyes, but we want to
Right.
know what happens
Yeah.
when it happens.
Right.
So we're just going to deal
Exactly.
with the delay.
Yep.
It's my
Hard-working
show, and that's what I
Thad
say.
the Impaler, Thad Zarsecki, with a good gain on first down, about 5 or so. And you got to expect he's going to be the guy that will need to do his thing in these last few minutes. You ride the guy who got you here, and expect to see a heavy dose of Zarnecki. Chef's showing he can deliver in the clutch as well.
I dibs on that for a band name. Heavy Doses Zarnecki.
Oh, that's tremendous.
That's my metal band.
The War Eagles sniffed out the play there as Renishevsky is taken down, possibly a small loss, and it's going to be third and 7 from the 48. A big moment here is this. Obviously, you'd like to get close to the sticks here. If not, pick up the first down.
Yeah. And then you hope, man, you're in an awkward spot
Sarnecki right
clockwise. You got to score
side. He's
first, but
close. He's close to the marker, right at the six. And they are moving the chains. First down, Seahawks inside the gray 45. And once again, it's the man of the moment right now, Thad Zarnicki.
he
3:20
is
to go.
he is having a legendary season in Hilton Head lore, and he can make it even more legendary if he can get him into the end zone here, and perhaps deliver Hilton Head to the
Krzyzewski
lower
going
state
deep.
finals.
Receiver taken down. Flag is thrown. And that should be a first down for Hilton Head. As on
Oh
a play
my!
action fake, Krzyzewski went deep to, I believe, Stewart. And that should be a pass interference call against Gray Collegiate.
All right, so the Seahawks in business. That where were they yard line before?
They're at the 44. So that's been pushing
So
inside the 30.
is this a
Yeah,
15? Yeah, 15
yeah,
on that in high
15-yard
school,
penalty. It's
right?
not spot foul. It's not the NFL.
Right, right.
But it will be, it'll be first down for 29. Under 3 minutes to play. It is a Donnybrook here at the Nest. The
Yes,
spots
it
in the
is.
lower state championship on the line.
There's the deep shot with the PI. Yeah, it's a smart play by the
Yeah,
defender though to take him down because it's a touchdown if he catches it. Um,
yeah.
he just takes a 15-yard hit and prevent disaster there.
But Seahawks taking a shot and looking to connect with something deep. Not much on first. They call a loss. Loss of 2. And the keeper from it's the QB draw. Krzyzewski again throws the left side spot. It's top. Walker's inside the 10 to the 4.
Oh my! Inside 3 minutes, Seahawks knocking on the door down a
2:17 to go.
touchdown. You're watching Lowco Pigskin Live, presented by Mickelson Law Firm and
They're going to say
WHHI TV.
at the 3-yard line, first and
Marking it
goal.
at the 3. We're going to see it in a couple more plays. In Hampton County, don't you worry. I'm compiling the scoring summary here from my reports, and we'll be giving you love as soon as this Hilton
And
Head
it
game
looks like
winds down. But we
the
got
War
one
Eagles
down to the
just
wire.
jumped, and we'll move it half the distance. So about the 1.5-yard line, it's first and goal with 2 minutes to go.
There's the completion from Renajeski to get him
He
down inside the
instructs.
5.
Yeah.
This team is fighting.
All right, the defensive effort in this fourth quarter, in this second half, has helped them get to this point. Now, can the offense punch it in to move a point away from time again?
I
First and
was
goal.
just going to ask this question, Kevin Libby. If
Renaschewski is
you
met.
score here,
Oh, they just got pushed back, a loss of about 3. As they gave it to Zarnecki, and he was met immediately. So it's second goal for 5.
and the question if they score here becomes, do you kick it or do you go for 2?
1:37. First to get up hit it in. Zarnecki left
Negative.
side. Zarnecki trying to turn the corner to the pylon. Touchdown! Touchdown! That's Zarnecki.
He has impaled them once again. Does he have all 4 scores?
28-27
I can't remember what the
Gray
third one
Collegiate.
was now.
And what will BJ Payne do It looks like they
Uh,
will send out the kicker to try to tie the game.
all right.
And steps in for the extra point.
I
Never a
mean,
gimme in, never a gimme in high school football.
here's the thing. The defense has pitched a second half shutout. So I think Hilton Head
Kick is
has the
up, kick
momentum.
is straight. We are tied at the nest. 28-28 with
I,
126 to go.
I think that's 100% the right call when your defense has thrown a shutout in the second half. You got to trust your
Yeah,
defense to get a
yeah,
stop, and
yeah.
I think
How
that's the
about
right play.
this? It seemed like it was hailing in the wrong direction early. But this second half, Hilton has been able to rely on some big stops on defense and then some clutch playmaking by number 28, number 2. And this is all tied up. 126 to go. Gray Collegiate has all 3 of their timeouts.
How about this? And we've got another guest trying to get in here in the green room. We'll see if he's able to get loaded up from a game outside the Low Country, but on the fringes, Bamberg Earhart in control of their game at last report. Coach Gardner from Hardyville trying to get in here with us. Did anyone win?
A little sliver
Yeah,
to about the
someone wins each
30, and
game.
the War Eagles fall on it. First down at the 30. So on a time, and they have all 3 timeouts.
Yeah. Does Hilton have their timeouts as well? They have
They have
2.
2 left. Gray is
Okay.
3.
So now we get into the cat and mouse game here of who uses timeouts. If you stop them on first, you kind of have to use one.
No,
And because Sexton's got enough leg that if you could
it does.
make one good completion, you got a shot.
Defense has really been the big story for the Seahawks in the second half, and they find another stop. White throws the left side spot, and first down still on his feet, close to midfield. There's a flag down, though. There's a flag down in the backfield. There's a flag
Oh,
in the backfield, and it's coming back. It's a hold.
oh my. Seahawks in good shape. Yeah, Gray has some explosive players, but it has been really impressive to see Hilton Head's defensive adjustments at
Very good,
halftime and
good
the way they've been
call.
able to shut this team out after
Yeah,
the break.
I mean, you talked about Morris Jones in that secondary making some big plays in the second half. Thad Zarnecki, impactful alongside Will Jimenez. And that's really standing tall here. Can be first and 20. Clock is going 110 and ticking.
And I don't know who the fellas are who stepped in on the offensive line when 2 starters went down, but they've done yeoman's work as well to give Zarnecki
Correction,
some
left
running
side,
room, and he has
incomplete.
taken
The clock
advantage.
stops with 58.1.
Yeah, this is a good call by Kevin Libby. Make sure you don't PI on a deep
Yeah,
ball.
that is one thing you
Although
let you
you'd rather
avoid.
PI than give up a deep
Yeah, I
ball.
mean, yeah, right, because
You can
15
give
yards
up
max.
15,
So you
but
don't,
you
if it's a
don't
long
want to give
pass at
up
15
40.
plus,
Yep.
and but the last resort thing to do is
Take yeah.
or take the
Take no
penalty.
prisoners. Take
Right.
no prisoners.
You know, we got an injured Seahawk on the field. Looked like a
It looks
lineman.
like we're more than likely going to overtime, although Hilton Head could still get this back and
I,
get into field
you
goal
know, if
range.
it goes to a 10-yard fight, I kind of like Hilton Head in that situation.
I kind of do too. I think
Yeah,
the shorter field like that, when you get into that
yeah,
compacted field, I
yeah.
don't think Gray operates quite. That it's that spread offense that doesn't
Right.
know how to go under center type thing that you
Yeah.
see in college now a lot. And you get in that compacted area, it's tough.
Yep.
I love a good 10-yard fight.
Yeah.
10-yard fight, also a great NES game, original
Yeah.
Nintendo Entertainment System.
Right.
Yeah, we got an injured Seahawk down. So while we got the injury over there, Jo How about those Hampton County Hurricanes? Huge night. Jalen Singletary had at least 3 touchdowns. I don't know who scored the last one right before halftime. But Corentin Sabb had a big night. He caught a touchdown pass on a screen. He made a touchdown pass on a screen pass on the first play from scrimmage. Then they blocked a punt. Then Terrell Grant took one to the house. Then Manning got back to 14-6. But then it was all Hurricanes after that. Singletary touchdown, Sapp a pick, Singletary another touchdown, Dez a TD, Singletary another one, and then a mystery touchdown before
We have a
halftime.
face
And
mask
then
call against the
Grant a
Seahawks.
pick, Nigel Fripp a TD.
Face
All day.
mask against the Seahawks. And that is going to move it past the right 40 and still 50 seconds to go
No,
after
that's the
a
truth. This team
costly
was running back
penalty
against Carolina.
after you
Could have
back
South
them up.
Carolina, man.
Now it's you said downs for the War Eagles.
All right. So yeah, Kevin Levy pointing out that last night, Jeremy Orr told us there's not really any other running back like Jalen Singletary
Yeah.
in South Carolina, and he did his thing again tonight with a lot of help from the defense and Saab with a really big night. Kaz, they call him. He's been a nice addition, and Terrell Grant just continues to do what you need him to do. He plays on both sides of the ball. He doesn't really care if he gets the stats or not. He just does what needs to be done, and it looks like they are in great position to. I mean, everybody in Hampton thinks they're bringing home a ship, right?
Hey, let's do it. We want it. We want it bad. We're hungry
It's
for it. So I think we
it
got a team
seems
that
like
wants
everybody over there is pretty confident. They're
Yeah.
swaggy
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. Do we have an update
You
on
have
the
somebody like Zero
Central
back
Philip
there. I
Simmons
mean,
score?
anything's possible.
Have you seen a Philip Simmons Central score? An update on that?
Let
I
me
know
see if I
Central's
can.
ahead.
Let me see if I can round that up right quick.
So I saw it was on Max Preps. That's where I saw it earlier.
Yeah,
So
that's where I'm headed.
yeah. Gray has it at midfield, 28 seconds to go, second down and 10. Still a ways to go, or at least a little bit past midfield, it appears. So still a ways to go to send out your kicker at this point, but Gray does it all 3 timeouts and still 28 seconds. So Seahawks are going to have to.
Oh, Philip Simmons said, "Oh, you thought it was one way, but it's other way."
Oh,
And
my.
nope, never mind.
What's
That was switched up. Never mind. Never mind. It was
okay?
switched
So
up on
Central.
the front. It said 51-33 Philip Simmons there, but then when I clicked on view
Oh,
matchup, it said 51-33 Central.
all
So
right.
I can't tell that's at the end of the third quarter.
In the third, so
Yeah, that's the last
he's getting
report.
close to a night to their field is called the Fallout Shelter, or I'm not sure what the exact name is over there. Hampton,
I
in
think they
Barnesville,
call it the storm shelter
the
or
storm shelter.
I
Okay,
think it's the storm shelter. Yeah.
okay. So
I hope they
it
don't
looks
call
like
it the
we might be
fallout shelter because that's nuclear. So where we at, Wes? What do we
35
got?
seconds. Gray has it, I believe, at the Hilton Head 48, and still talking about something here. The officials are getting together and are discussing something here. They're at
Well,
midfield.
whoever wins is going to South Florence because they're beating up on North Augusta 49-7.
South Florence coming in the favorites in the lower states.
And South Point
Hilton Head,
rolled AC Flora 56-14.
Hilton Head was at South Florence a year ago in the playoffs. They'd love to
Right.
get back there. They can find a way to pull this one out.
West Side was up 14-0 on Camden in the first quarter, but then whoever was updating stopped.
There's been one heck of an effort by the Seahawks team. Really
In 2A,
impressive stuff.
Strom is routing Chester and Fairfield Central is routing
So it looks like Strom and Fairfield in the upper state on Friday next week. And let's be discussing the clock or something here. It's been a long delay.
Let's see if Coach Gardner's really there. Coach, you over there?
Yeah, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you. What's
Okay,
the word up in Bamberg way?
man. I left for about 2 minutes left in the third quarter. It was 34-7, 34-8.
Oh,
Oh,
Red Raiders.
yeah.
Yeah, they
The
rolling. They rolling.
Raiders.
They're rolling, man. They're rolling, man. And McGraw actually got concussion in the first quarter.
Oh my,
Yeah, they
good.
he loaded. Yep.
All
The
right, we got
five-star
Chris
tackle
Gardner
for
from Hardyville live on his way home from the Bamberg game where they're beating up on Carver's Bay. Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, Bamberg
uh,
looking like they're looking like the
Cross.
class of 1A, aren't they?
Yeah, Cross was beating Johnsonville 27-7
Oh, that's gonna be a
in the
good game
third.
between the Trojans and the
Yep.
Raiders.
Yes, they will be next Friday in Bamberg.
Oh, yeah, looks like
Oh
we're
my,
about
yeah, you're
ready
right.
here.
That'll go to Bamberg, won't it? Well, if you haven't been paying attention, Coach, Hilton Head is in a dogfight with Gray Collegiate. They were down 2 touchdowns at halftime. They tied it up at 28, and they're trying to make a stop here to get it into overtime. But been a really impressive performance. And you played those guys earlier this year with, you got a 1A team, so it wasn't really a fair fight for you guys. But you went in and made some big plays and held your own for a little while, but you got to see this team up close and personal. One of the better Hilton Head teams you've seen over your decades here in the Loco.
Man, listen, let me tell you that when we played them, I told my coaches that that's a good team, man. That team's gonna make a
Yeah.
deep run. They were physical on both lines, man, and they got just enough playmakers in the right spot that I mean, I was just confident that they were going to beat everyone in the region because I knew that they had that recipe to be very successful, man. They play good football. BJ got those guys rolling. I mean, I just, South Florence going to be South Florence and for it, but I didn't see nobody stopping them before they got there. When I heard that Gray was up, it kind of surprised me. But, I guess third round, everybody's good in the third round.
Oh
But I knew
yeah,
they were
very
going to make a
true.
deep. I knew they were going to make a deep run, man.
But Will Williamson is taking it to the 39, 28 seconds ago, and Ray still has. Here's at least one timeout, if not two, if they into here. But here we go. Third and one. Third and one, and looks like they just got enough to pick it up in terms of the first. So
So we're
clock
at the
continues to run with
38.
20 seconds to go. 20
It's
seconds to
still
go, and here's the timeout.
55-yard field goal range. So
Yep.
that's probably outside
Nope.
most high school kickers' realistic range. But
Now the clock is still running, and now they will call their timeout. I'm not sure how much time is left. I think it ran a little longer after they called time, so it's around maybe 11 seconds. But they are still well outside high school kickers' range at this point. And there's right now 10 seconds to go. So, tricky situation here for Great Collegiate. Still work to be done for Hilton Head. Quick completion, still give them a chance. Hilton Head's
yeah, the
defense
spike.
has been outstanding in the second half.
Yeah, shutting out this team in the second half is no joke, as Max would say. Max has been excellent on the commentary on this broadcast, by the way.
Heck
He
yeah.
is really coming into his own. That
All
year of
right.
broadcast, that month of broadcast school is really paying off, huh, Money?
Heck yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah, this is a great point again by Libby. 55 isn't range, but 40 is. Look out for the PI. Yeah, they might try to get a cheap PI, but we got 10 seconds on the clock.
10.3.
Not a lot of
That's
time here. You can't fool
yeah.
around for long, and you can't complete one. Well, you got a
Yeah.
timeout. Yeah, they got a timeout left.
right around the 40 here. 10.3 to go. Right. We'll throw it deep down the left sideline, downfield. And it is caught. It is caught inside the 5.
Oh no. Oh no.
That is a dagger right there towards the
Oh
Seahawks, and
no.
an incredible clutch play right there by Gray's freshman quarterback, and they are set up with 3 seconds to go at the Hilton Head 3-yard line.
Coach, you seen this kid, Xavier Wright from Gray, freshman quarterback?
I'm watching him now.
He looks pretty special.
Yes.
He looks pretty special.
Yes, he does.
And we're about to see him make a throw right here that's got Hilton Head on the ropes.
I mean, that is quite the execution right there, and the willingness to go deep. Just a beautifully touched throw.
Oh, that's a dime. That's a freshman.
And he's just the freshman. So we'll send the kicker out for what will be a 20-yarder to win the game.
Well, this would be a great time for somebody to make a hero play and block this kick.
It's like
Louis Chisholm.
Double nickels, yeah. Happy birthday to Jeff Riley. We wished you one last
Jeff
night.
Riley, as
Double nickels.
BJ Payne had just iced the kickers. 2.8 seconds.
Oh boy. You gotta do a leverage thing here and hope the refs don't see it, right? You gotta do something. What do you got here, Coach? They got a chip shot field goal to beat you. What do you do to try to pull out all stops?
Hey man, Louis Chisholm, man. Louis Chisholm gonna come off the edge, man. He gonna block it. You're gonna have to overload.
You talking about Bubba?
Bubba, man, you gotta overload his side and give him a gap. Get in a gap and get little, man. You get in there.
Let's go deep.
He's not afraid to put his face in front of a missile, that's for sure.
And it's a tough angle, so this ain't automatic.
It's not. That's a tough angle. That's the worst place it can be on the field for this kind of kick, right?
Yep.
You'd much rather be to the hook side rather than to the other side.
Payne will call another timeout.
Yeah, we hear you there, Jake Sowers. Let's all say it together. Block, tag, kick. Trying to get it into overtime at the Nest. The Lowco football season not quite on the line because Hampton is advancing.
Will push it forward to next
week. That score, Coach? 56-6. Hampton over Manning tonight. You want to talk about a revenge game? Jalen Singletary had a revenge game.
Oh,
hey man, listen, I was at the Bamberg game. I heard that they had a big fight today at Manning High School and had a couple ball players in a fight.
Oh no!
Not to say that would have helped the score, but you know, hey.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of thing too that I mean that morale takes a big dip. You know, I mean when you got a couple of guys that are out, and then everybody starts hanging their heads, going, "Oh, we're gonna get beat."
From 20 yards to the win, it's up, and it is good.
Dang.
Gray Collegiate 31, Hilton Head 28.
Oh no. Miss Mama Grant says that's a lie. They ain't have no boys and no fights. I don't think it matters. It don't matter, Mama. 56-6 says all it needs to say, and you on to the next one.
It doesn't matter.
Right.
Man, what a devastating way to go for Hilton Head. A tremendous effort in the second half to get back in it and go right down to the wire. But a great play by a tremendous freshman quarterback that we definitely haven't heard the last one.
They didn't lose the game, and Gray won. Gray was able to execute and come through with a big play. A lot to hang your hat on if you're Hilton Head. By the way, you rallied and came back You look at a couple of plays in that second half where you could have had a chance to tie it up earlier, an interception in the game a little bit before the game time score. Then you just wish you could have gotten out a little bit quicker in that first half. But it always hurts. Even when you play well, it hurts even more when you come up this close in a late season playoff game like this. But you look at who's coming back next coming year for Hilton Head. This program is nowhere near finished in terms of this core of players. You're going to see a lot of them back next season. This is a team that missed a decent amount on the offensive line and defensive line, and still found a way to take Gray Collegiate to the very end here tonight. And certainly a tough one to swallow for all these Seahawks here tonight. But one heck of a football game.
Yeah, man. What a way to go. They played tremendously tonight, as you mentioned. I mean, the first half it looked like Gray was the better team. They just looked more athletic, faster off the jump. But Hilton Head Thad had an answer every time. He scored a touchdown to get him back within 7, and then he ran the kickoff back to make it a 7-point game again. Just going back and forth all night. And then second half, defense did everything they could do. They shut them out for all but the last 3 seconds.
The game winner
of
right
the half.
there,
And man, I don't know what to say. What a season for that team. There were empty spots in the bleachers tonight, but it was a great turnout. It was a great atmosphere. I got over there for just a few minutes. I didn't want to miss the chance to just feel it, and be able to remember the game sensually, so to speak, down the road, and remember what it felt like. And it's always great when you make it to the point where like all the district officials come out to watch you play. That's a good feeling. And they put on a heck of a showing tonight. They proved that they are a contender. And I guarantee you they're going to be a team that everybody looks at next year. Whereas this year they slept a little bit because they had so many sophomores coming back. Those guys are all going to be, now seniors coming back as after great junior years, and people are going to be looking at Hilton Head to be back at this stage and hopefully beyond next year.
Yeah. I mean, that's the optimism for Hilton Head, is that you're getting these guys back, getting these guys with playoff experience, and it's going to sing for all these guys. And that's what drives you as you get ready for next year. And you just hope you find a way to improve potentially on the line and build off what you did this season. But I mean, this was a tremendous, memorable year for a team that you saw the strides being built a year ago, winning that playoff game at home, and then just dominating this region for the most part, although they had a couple of close games. But just the way this defense and the epitome of that is what you saw in that second half. I mean, this great collegiate team, one of the most explosive offenses in the state, and to shut them out until those final seconds, as you mentioned, very, very commendable stuff. But it hurts. It always hurts when it ends this way, when it's a tight game, and the question looms is, should Hilton have gone for 2 after scoring that tying TD?
Well, I mean, it ultimately doesn't matter now because the field goal would have beat you anyway.
True. I mean, that is accurate, but there's always that mental mindset of it. There was still a decent amount of time, so maybe that didn't matter too much. But I do think they made the right. I think they made the right decision.
I think Gray just. I mean, like you said, they didn't lose it. Gray won it, and I think they managed the clock beautifully there at the end. Even using the spike, wasting it down on the spike, that saved them a timeout in case they needed it to set up a field goal. You just, I think BJ would say, I mean, the game was as close as it could be. We executed about as well as we could, and they executed better on
Just
the
a bit
last
better.
drive.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
that was it. They made a couple of plays on the last drive that made the difference in the game.
Yes.
But I mean, you can't take anything away from the way Hilton had played tonight. Because again, I was on my way there and almost turned around
Yeah.
twice because it just
It
felt
was
like
looking. It looked like
it
it
felt
was
like
going
they
to be.
weren't going to be able to
Yeah.
stop them no
Right.
matter what, and then
Yep.
they stopped them
Yeah.
the whole second half.
Yep.
So
Right.
huge credit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the defense from what we had seen in that Wilson game, they just do a good job of making adjustments because
Yeah,
they were able to
yeah,
do a good job of shutting down Williamson in the second half. And the pass play, I mean, the pass defense able to make some changes throughout that game. But I mean, you really did everything you needed to in that second half. Aside from that one drive where you had a chance to score but didn't. But it's hard when you go down 14. It's against a good team like that. I mean, that ends up being the difference. And sometimes, but I mean, you look at the end of the day, and this is something that I've heard a ton of coaches say it, especially at youth levels and high school, even college levels. This point stings like when it happens when your season ends like this in dramatic fashion. You look back at a month from now, you look at it 2 months, 3 months from now, we accomplished, and then you'll think that, you know what, we accomplished a lot this year. And you think of the big picture.
yeah,
Maybe you see the
yeah,
small picture now, but then in a few weeks you see what the big picture of what you did this
yeah,
season, and that's really the point that I'm trying to drive home is that this team hasn't been here since 1990s. It has been in the
yeah.
third round high school league playoffs,
That's
and
crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
so just you look
And you
at the
got to
work.
think they'll be back. You
Yeah,
got to think they'll be back. Got a
yeah.
lot coming back. Coach Gardner, any other thoughts on Hilton Head? I know you and Coach Payne have gotten to know each other quite well over the years, and you guys talk pretty frequently. What do you think about the guys over there, and certainly the quarterback? I'm impressed with him as a prospect.
Oh man, he's lights out, man. I think he's the best quarterback I know for sure in our area. You know, that'll that doesn't bode well for us because I think they're going to probably tentatively right now they're going to be week zero's opponent for us next year.
Oh boy.
Um,
Oh,
oh yeah, man. We're gonna have a whole year to try to get something
yeah,
together, man, to try to
yeah,
slow them down at least. We just want to make improvements, man. We just want to feel better next year than what we feared this year. That's what's going to be, the
yeah.
measuring stick when
Right.
we go down there, man, next year, man. Just to see
And
how
you got a
much we
bunch
can
of
compete with them.
you got some eighth graders coming that are gonna be impactful in due time. I mean, there's some guys coming.
Yeah, yeah, and that's going to be great experience for them, man. Their first game out of the chute, it's
Yeah,
like they're going to go into like the extreme.
yeah.
And if
Into
they
the
can,
frying
if they can
pan.
just, yeah, if they can just compete
Yeah,
against that team, then I'll be real happy coming out of that game, man, regardless
yeah,
of the
Yeah,
score. But
I mean that's a great. I mean they're a contender. I mean obviously South Florida will be the favorite in the lower state final, but I mean Gray's not too far away from them in terms of competitiveness. Like that's you going toe to toe with.
yeah,
I mean that's what you consider an elite team in 4A football. I mean yeah, beating Wilson is one thing, beating South Aiken is one thing, but this is an elite team, and you went toe to toe
yeah,
with for 48 minutes. So I
yeah.
mean
Tough game, man. Outstanding, an exceptional football game. Just a tremendous high
yeah,
school football game.
one of the
But
best
it
games I've
goes
witnessed. At the yeah,
goes
a couple.
against us this
That's the
time.
cool thing is a couple of the best games I've seen. I look back at Trinity Collegiate, Hilton Christian many years ago for a state championship.
Yeah,
That didn't go
that
their
was
way,
an all timer.
and this one as well.
Yeah,
It didn't seem like it would be that early on in this
no,
game.
really didn't.
And I think the Zarnecki kickoff return was huge.
Yeah,
You look at then that trick play. I mean, I thought PJ Payne did just an outstanding job coaching this team. I mean, gave them
yeah.
every chance to win
Facts.
this game, and just they were outplayed at the very end. That's what it comes down to sometimes.
Yeah, man. Coach Gardner, Jeff Riley says hi to his main man and coworker, Coach Gardner. But
Tell Jeff I
we'll
said,
let
hey,
you we'll let you get. What's that?
Jeff still celebrating his birthday, man.
Oh yeah, he let us know
Yeah.
that he's
Hey,
he's
it's
double
gonna be
Nicky's now.
party continues all weekend as he celebrates his
And
birthday.
Yeah, he'll
hey
probably
man,
roll it on
appreciate
into
you having me.
Thanksgiving, I
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Great hearing from you. Thanks for the report from Bamberg, and we'll talk to you real soon. But be safe out there on the road. All right, saying goodbye to
All
Coach
right.
Gardner. All right, Jo, let's talk some Hampton. Let's talk some Hampton. What do you want to say? You want to talk a little smack, or what do you want to do?
I mean,
It's your microphone.
I'm not gonna sit here and like fake it as if I'm surprised of the result. Like,
Right.
you know, Jalen was held out to most of that game last year because he was hurt, and so I know he was waiting to get a crack at Manning again, and he did exactly what he said he was going to do, and he handled his business. And I mean, I don't think this team is done just yet. So, do they get to come back to Hampton next week, or is it?
Well, I
Yeah.
was just going to
Well,
tell you guys it's looking very good
Central still ahead.
for it to be at Hampton because Central is now up 57-40
Wow.
with about 4 minutes left to go. Philip Simmons ball. So
All
it's
right.
looking quite good. The math is starting to look pretty safe that we can almost definitively say that Hampton County is going to host the lower state finals next week, which, as any of us who have been in that stadium for a big game
Oh
know,
man,
that
this will be
place
the
is
first
going to
time.
be packed.
This will be the first time they would
Yeah,
host that game
I'm more
because
than likely to be there for that game.
last 2 years ago they had to go to Oceanside. This year they get to be at home for the lower state championship. So that is exciting stuff for the Hurricanes. What an opportunity for that program as a whole, because we've talked about them a lot, and this year bounce back performance after that tough. I mean, right, that same place that they lost a year ago, and now they don't just win; they absolutely demolish them. And now
Yeah.
they're trending incredibly upwards right now, and I just
This
think
Central team is scary, though.
this
Uh,
should be a great game. I think it's going to be a back and forth kind of game with these two teams. Central has been impressive as well, but man, this Hampton team, not just the way they've been scoring, but the way the defense has been playing, it's legit. I'm I'm getting pumped for it's looking like not definitive yet, but looking like it will be a home game against Central. And the Central team they were number one for a majority of the year
yeah.
in
Yeah,
the
they
2A
have one
poll.
loss, and it was
Then they lose to Andrew
21-20
Jackson.
at Andrew
Yes, they lost to Andrew
Jackson by
Jackson. That was the
one.
region championship game, or because they lost to Andrew Jackson that's winning the region. So because of that, they finished second, which
Which
gives
put
them
them in the lower state bracket instead of the upper state bracket because that was a split region.
okay,
Yeah,
interesting. I didn't realize that.
yeah. AJ and
Oh,
somebody else,
that is
North
interesting.
Central went to the other bracket, I think, and Shara and Central came to the lower state.
Huh.
It was the region that was split.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was the crossover region. So yeah,
Yeah,
and I was told that Shara and Central were both happy to be in the lower state bracket. They felt like they had a better shot there, but Shara met its end at Hampton,
yeah,
and we'll see if
Yeah.
perhaps Central does the same.
yeah.
I think I
So
think I think so. I think so. Like if you got somebody like Zero in the backfield, it's like I think anything can happen, man. And
I
that
mean,
dude,
he's
for real.
arguably, if not the best player on the field at any given
I'll
moment. And
say he
now
is.
I
I'll
will say
tell y'all he is.
Central has some dudes. I'm not going to say they don't, but it
they're
just
pretty
feels like
good.
what Singletary has done this year. I mean, it's been a one man wrecking
Insane.
crew for a
Insane.
good portion of it for how he has performed. So I mean, they're Central's gonna have to prove they can find a way to stop him. And it's hasn't been easy for anyone to do so this year. Although I mean, Hilton Head and Bluffton have, but in terms of 2A, it's been a tough test. So I'm feeling good, especially just because they get to host this game, and obviously, well, I hope I'm trying
Iron
not to jinx
Horses
it.
have scored
All
57-47,
right,
but
it's still a
2
10-point
minutes
game.
to go. 2
Yeah,
minutes to go.
it would take something miraculous at this point for them because they'd
Very,
still need 2 more scores.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I feel pretty good about it.
yeah. I mean, this is
I'm
always fun,
trying to look up a couple of things. Go ahead.
No, I mean, Black Friday football, day after Thanksgiving, you can do like a pregame show or something from Hurricanes. We did a couple years ago. We did something or something like that, which would be fun. But or if
Yeah, we
not,
did
just
that at some point in the playoffs.
yeah, or just get
Unfortunately, I'm going to be out of state
oh
again. I was out of
oh
state last time they went. I was in DC. I'll be in the same place, Alexandria,
oh.
Virginia. So
Yeah,
I'll
I've
have
been
to
there.
be
I've
trying
been
to.
down there a bit. Yeah, I've been down there a time or two. Actually,
Yeah,
I
good
went there
spot.
actually for New Year's last year, which was fun. But yeah, it's a nice area over there. But I have to get that covered next Friday. I'm pumped.
Well,
There's nothing like
I know Max wants to get out to Hampton County.
I'm sure he'd yes.
I
Am
heard
I?
him already.
We're actually discussing possibly having it on Beaufort Zone. We're currently in discussions
Hey,
about it right now.
very
Let's
So,
nice.
go.
That
so
would be
we shall see. We'll
tremendous.
see what happens there. But
So
just got out of the community stadium here at Hilton Head. All I can say is that's the
Wow.
best full effort that Hilton Head could put together. I mean, you look at all the injured players that they had
yeah,
tonight with
no doubt,
Peyton
no
Crockett,
doubt.
Stafford. It just what an effort. I mean, they were down two
Yep.
scores going into the second half. Get back into it, tied ball game. I mean, you had your chances. Sometimes it just doesn't go your way. But I just got off from talking with BJ Payne. And he just said, I did not expect the game to go the way it did. I did not think we were going to have a chance with all the injuries that we had. And this
Yep. That is
team just proved to everyone they're not going away. They will be back next season, and they will be stronger than they were this year. I can believe that 100%. And we could be looking at a team that's a state championship contender next year.
I think. I mean,
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
look at Beaufort a year before they went all the way, and what they learned from that experience. Oh, this was a much different game. That was more of a. Well, I mean, obviously they went deeper, but just in terms of a team that can find some positive experiences and playoff experience from a game like this. And I'll tell you what, BJ Payne he's at the end of the day. I mean, the pride you have to have, especially from what you said post game about what his remarks were. I mean, this game should really had very little probability of finishing the way it did, just
Yeah.
because of the
Yeah.
starts. And Hilton had been shorthanded a bit, but they still were able to produce in the clutch
And
offensively and
yeah,
shut them out but the last 3 seconds of the second half.
right. And I obviously a lot of those players are just heartbroken, and you hate to see it, But I went over and just took aside, Will Jimenez and Cole Lindstadt. I've known Cole Lindstadt since he was in elementary school, and I've watched this kid grow up. And I've gotten to see Will Jimenez become the incredible player he has been. And you could just tell they were heartbroken by how this game went, knowing that this was their last football game, And so
Yep.
it's hard, and you just have to take them aside and say, "Don't be hard on yourself. That was the best possible game you could put together." And sometimes
Yep.
it just doesn't go the way you want it to go. But in the end, I'm incredibly proud of watching this Hilton Head team become what they were tonight, with all the injuries and all the problems that they had in this game. In terms of injured players, not a strong offensive line. That offensive line held together in the second half, and they got the job done, in the second half. But it just, unfortunately, just didn't go their way.
You know who else would be very proud of this team? Joe Mominier.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
they were.
And not just the team, but the whole thing tonight. I mean, his team out there doing their thing, and big game, and the place looked beautiful.
Right.
It was cool.
Yep.
but it was
I mean,
weird
that's
that he wasn't there.
All right,
I
I'm
know.
gonna hop off for a second, fellas. I'll be right back. Okay.
All right, buddy.
But the Joe stickers that they wore, Team Joe, throughout the years, are just a great touch. And this team played to the way you would see him coach a lacrosse team, or provide that leadership as an AD. And I mean, you look at what BJ Payne has done. I mean, this was by far his most successful season, at least to this point when you look at it. But I mean, he's had tremendous success now since 2012, and just you look at what he's done beyond coaching this team in terms of creating leaders, creating success stories at the college and pro levels, and then the All American football camp, the college visits. I mean, you see it all that he has done, and this is a team where he really, I mean, he's displayed some tremendous efforts in terms of his coaching abilities throughout the years, but this one was just a really special group that he was able to coach that obviously went above and beyond pretty much anyone's expectations. Just a few months ago, what this team was able to put together, and just a few plays away from the lower state title for a bracket, which it's always incredibly difficult to make it to that point. I mean, Gray Collegiate is a tremendous football team,
Yeah,
and
it was a hell of a
this,
game, man.
yeah,
And I think Gray's got a real shot against South Florida, and I think Hilton Head would have too. I think those three teams were kind of the class of the lower state. So I think Hilton Head's in that tier now, and
yeah,
there's no reason to expect them to drop off much next
yeah.
year. They're going to be good again.
I
But
think
Hampton is still in it.
yes, they
Get
are.
this. Last time, Marcus Walsh joining us now from the car light. What's up, buddy? We were just
Indeed.
talking Hilton Head, but real quick, I was going to mention that Hampton, uh, last time that they made it this far was 2018 when they lost to Dillon in the lower state finals 18-13. That was under Dr. Jerry Brown, who was mentor to Rob Hanna, who was an assistant
Right.
on that team before taking over. The last time Hampton went to state, do you know this, Jeremy, or do you have to know this? This would be Wade Hampton, obviously, not Hampton County, but
Mhm.
do you have to know this now that the schools are combined? Do you have to know Wade Hampton high school history? Did you guys have to
No,
get like
but
a quick
I
education?
wouldn't mind hearing it.
1981, the only time
Whoa.
that Wade Hampton
Oh,
played for a state championship. They lost 6-0 to Abbeville after
Wow.
beating McCracken, coached by Howard Merrick,
oh my, wow,
longtime Hilton Head High assistant and maybe head coach.
that
I
is
think
something.
just assistant there. They lost. They beat McCracken 21-20 in the
Oh
lower
wow,
state finals, and
goodness.
then lost the championship game to Abbeville. But
Hmm.
Abbeville's out of it this time.
Wow, that's a
About it.
shocker. Yeah. But Marcus, your thoughts on what you saw last night and the game that you're able to call here at the Nest. It just one heck of a
The
football game.
the game I called tonight, absolutely. I mean, it was outstanding. Back and forth like we expected, and I thought it was going to be a really tight game, no more than 7 points. It ended up being a game-winning field goal. Kudos to Hilton Head. They obviously made some mistakes, and there were a couple of calls that were made that just kind of left me kind of thinking, just maybe a little bit perplexed in a couple of situations. But, they were down 28-14. Max was certainly saying they have to ratchet up the intensity and, get some things going, and he was right. But I knew that this Hilton Head team was going to fight through the second half. A couple of big plays. Certainly, Thad Zarnecki was outstanding. Bill Risher with some big runs. They struggled to get anything going offensively through the air at first. But as the run game continued to improve late in the first half with that 2 touchdown deficit into the second half, it really worked out for them that their pass game was able to make some plays and get things going. Obviously, huge kickoff return by Thaddeus Zarnecki. Thad the
Yeah,
Impaler strikes again. My
Yeah.
gosh, it was phenomenal. I was obviously really hyped at the call that I had. for sure. And, just all the credit in the world to this Hilton Head team. But I tell you what, Gray's got some athletes, man. An outstanding quarterback at Xavier Wright. He's a freshman,
Real
everybody.
deal.
One of
He is
Real
coming
deal.
back.
just
And other guys,
man,
too. Yeah,
We lost you there, Wes, but Wright was the real deal.
Yeah, this great team is filled with athletes that can get it done on the ground as well. Both teams were very comparable, obviously, and it was going to come down to the little details. I mean, there were
Mhm.
moments where, Gray just stiffened up on defense like you would expect them to do based off the numbers that I gave during the game. And I mean, it was just so compelling from kickoff to the end of the game. Just an awesome environment, awesome game, and unfortunately, Hilton Head falls short, but they do not have anything to have their helmets down about. They played their hearts out all season long, and for a special group with special coaches, special administrators, and at the top of it all, the late great Joe Monmonier, and they're going to be carrying this
Yep,
season with them through the rest of this school year into next year and getting ready to do it all over
absolutely.
again
Football season sets the
for sure.
tone. Football season sets the tone for the rest of the school year, and so maybe that'll bring some momentum towards. Obviously the girls golf team already brought home a title, so
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
you look at that. Yeah, so
Dang.
it's been a pretty good fall sports season. Looking forward to seeing what they do on the hoops court and on the wrestling mat as
Yep,
well as. But we are still not done with high school football. Not only do we have the Hampton County Hurricanes moving on, we got a state championship game tomorrow.
sure do.
Yes.
We previewed it in pretty good detail last night. Talked about it a lot, and picked it, and we
Yeah,
all went Homer. We're all going War Hawks, War Hawks. But yeah,
Right.
Colleton Prep taking on
I'm
Williamsburg tomorrow at
incredibly
three
excited.
thirty.
I'm incredibly excited because just the fact that both these offenses have been so elite this year. What an opportunity for Caleb Owens to really shine a big time game. But that Williamsburg team, we saw it with against Thomas Hayward. They still have a Boulder kid, and that guy is still pretty good
Yep,
at football, and so they're going to have their hands full with stopping them. But I think
yep,
this offense can go toe to toe. I think it could be a nail biter, just like the one we saw tonight here at the Nest. So I'm looking
yeah.
forward to calling that one. I'm planning on going live potentially close to the end of the game. At the game starts at 3:30, so we will obviously you will be on the road, JJ, but I will get things started
I'll
and.
be
Uh,
playing it by ear. We've got wrestling at Bridges Prep tomorrow. I'm going to try to
okay.
be there as much as I can, but I also am coaching softball at
All
Oscar
right.
Fraser, and my daughter's there, so I got to figure out how to prioritize my time tomorrow. But championship games 3:45 if we get into it. So I'll be tuned in some way somehow, Skeezer
I'll
TV or whatever.
Yep.
But Max will be
I
there.
I assume the
I'll be
Ski
with you
TV
for
will be
sure,
the
Wes.
way. All right. Yeah, I assume Ski TV will be the way to stream it,
Yeah,
which
should be.
is it
Yeah.
has been free in the past. I expect it
Yep,
to be
presume it
free of
will be.
charge, and yeah, so should be a. Do we have an update from the 4A game tonight? If have you checked?
I haven't, but
Just
I
see how that
can real
one's
quick.
going.
Last time I checked, I saw South Florence was beating North Augusta pretty
Yeah, we did
badly.
that one. South Florence, yeah,
49
South
to
Florence
7.
won. South Florence will play Gray Collegiate, and then South Point. They are looking like the team to beat in 4A as a whole. South Point is on its tear, which was the number one team for the majority of the year. So I think
I
the
got you.
Stallions are I think the Stallions are on the way to another title in 4A. That's just my opinion. The South Florence is a pretty good team. I think Gray's going to give a solid challenge, which just shows how good the Hillsdale team was. But I'm looking for the
Right.
SCISA
Ooh,
4A. The SCISA
Northwood
4A score.
stomped Heathwood
Wow.
61-7.
Goodness
Oh God.
gracious. Oof.
Yikes.
Yeah, I
Oof.
kind of saw that one coming. I mean,
And
Northwood's been a
you're
really strong team this year.
Your champion in Skeezer 8-man, aka the Confederate Generals League, WW King Academy 50, Lawrence Academy 36.
All
Woof.
right.
Yep,
Well,
King
Yeah,
Academy.
I was saying Northwood. I've been paying attention to Northwood this year because after they
Whew.
beat Hammond during the regular season, I was like, oh, this Northwood team's for real. And clearly,
Yep.
after a massive stomping on Heathwood Hall, and I kind of saw it coming. I think Heathwood Hall just kind of fought with everything they
Yeah,
had
they
against
used it all
Hammond in
up.
that game.
Used it all up. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Yep.
I don't think. Well, Pinewood Wilson Hall is pretty interesting tomorrow night.
yeah, that'll be a great
But
nightcap.
For sure.
Bethesda should
Bethesda should roll. Bethesda
roast
should roll.
BD
Yeah.
at noon.
Yeah.
So watch the first
Should
little
be,
bit of that one, and then you can check out for a while and come
yeah.
back at 3:30 to see Colleton Prep. So you can watch most of the noon college football window, frankly, because I don't think
Yeah.
you need to see Bethesda BD. But all right, boys, we ready to call it a night? Shout out to a few sponsors. We got Hudson Seafood House on the docks, presenting sponsor of Under the Bus. HHI Windows and Doors, improving your view of the Lowco. Twinge and Twombly, the personal injury attorneys in Beaufort with the rare name who provide remarkable service. Reverence Wrestling Club, our official wrestling sponsor. If you want to see some wrestling, get out to Bridges Prep tomorrow. It should start around 9. But based on my experience with wrestling tournaments, don't bet on it starting at 9. Just saying. You got to do some scratches in the brackets, and things happen, and then it ends up being 10, and it just is what it is. But go to Bridges Prep. Support. It's they're giving money for cancer research. So, and then also shout out to Jay's Barbershop, our official barbershop, place to be in Ridgeland, whether
Yes.
you need a haircut or not. You ever get your ears blown over at Jay's, Jeremy?
Nah, never even heard of
Nah.
it.
You got your guy in Eston?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thought
What you got, Wes?
my final thought of the night. This Hilton Head team has proved that they are an elite football team in the state, and they are going to stay one heading into the next year. To go toe to toe with such a tremendous program and great collegiate, and the defensive performance in that second half, unbelievable. Terrific play calling from BJ Payne, and just the adjustments that he made. What an incredible athlete that Zarnecki has been. Derek Ranishevsky competed and fought and found a way to bring Hilton Head back in this game. I'm not sure what that sound is.
I have not either. I'll see if I can isolate it.
Is it me?
Might be on
I don't
my
think
end. I don't know. Oh, maybe it
No,
wasn't.
I think
I
it
don't
was
know.
on Marcus.
All right. But yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
I
coming
don't
off
know.
Marcus right now. Go ahead, Wes.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, just incredibly proud and also excited about what we're going to see in the future for this Hilton Head football program. Where in the past there were some really disappointing, even 2 years ago. This team was talent heavy and just couldn't find a way to go over the hump in this region. Now you look 2 years later at what this group has done. You look at the Cole DeMars, the Jalen Sneeds, everyone who's come through this program. Just incredible credit to what this team has done collectively as a whole. And it really started in the defensive end, and it carried over to the offensive side as well this year. And now you just let the pain of losing one like this just start to push you even further as you get ready to head into the off season, and then hit spring practice, and then get ready for a 2026 season, which I think this Hilton Head team should be very, very competitive once again, and if not, right back at this level of talent. And you think about some of the injuries that they suffered. If you can stay healthy,
Yeah.
it is incredibly optimistic for what you're going to see for this program in the future. And just it's awesome to just see how far this program has come from a couple of lean years. Just throughout the 2010s at some points, they had some good seasons in bits and pieces, but nowhere as successful as this one. So
Right.
certainly head held high for everybody in that program, the coaching staff, and this team is gonna be right back here in 26, in my opinion. So just what a pleasure it was to follow, especially as an alum. It hits much harder when you're
Yeah.
following a team that's I've seen and witnessed for a long time. So special stuff from that program, and when you're looking forward to what's going to happen in the future with this program.
10-4, 10-4. Marcus Walsh, yeah, you got a little feedback there, but anything you want to add
Ugh.
to that, or do you want to go in a different direction with your parting thought? Marcus Walsh?
Hello.
Oh, he's cutting out on us right now. We'll come back to him when he gets a better signal. Max Araj, you're up now.
I agree with everything Wes just said. I mean, this was a great season for the Seahawks team, and it obviously you can't think of a much more heartbreaking way for the season to end on what has been one of the best seasons I think Hilton Head has had really ever. And I think the best is yet to come. And actually, speaking of which, I talked with Thaddeus Sarnecki after the game. I know he was definitely disappointed, like the rest of the team was. And the one thing he said was, "The best is yet to come. We will be back next year." And I just knew when he said that he meant business. And I think, I hats off to that Hilton Head team. I think we are all, as a whole, incredibly proud of what they accomplished this year, and going toe to toe with what is a state championship contender in Gray Collegiate. And so I think, you gotta keep your heads high if you're Hilton Head, because like Thaddeus Sarnecki said, the best is yet to come. But my other thought is, yeah, oh yeah. My other thought is Hampton County. My goodness, I don't think any of us saw the way that game was going to go. And I think, for me, I think that just made me solidify and say this Hampton County team is a state championship contender through
100%.
and through. And I think whoever they're playing, I assume they're playing Central next Friday. And if that's the case, Central better put their best foot forward, or else this Hampton County team is playing their best football right now. And when they're playing their best football, it's going to be hard for any team to beat them. And let me tell you, I am excited. I think one way or another, even if Beaufort is not going to have the game, or if they do, either way, I think I'm going to have to make the trip up to Hampton County for what should be a fantastic game between Hampton County and Central.
Yep, that is going to be.
It is final.
Tremendous.
57-47 Central, so it's official. The lower state championship game in 2A will be in Varnville.
All right, I'll be there.
That's true. Well, I mean, I was trying to temper all that at media day and say, hold on, they ain't played no games yet. They ain't played no games together yet.
Hey, it's preseason. Preseason accolades mean almost nothing. Most, yes, a lot of times they do, but just you haven't earned anything in the preseason. Yeah, you can hype a team up all you want. Nothing's earned in the preseason.
As Kenny Mayne always said, we don't play the games on paper. We play them inside television sets. But high school football gets played on web streams instead. So you never know what's going to happen on a live web stream. But no, I mean, I just knew that it was going to be harder to build chemistry at Bluffton than people might think. I mean, it's just not. You can't just show up and roll the ball out, and just because you got the athletes means you're the best team. Not in football. You got to have a scheme. You got to make adjustments. You got to have depth. You got to have commitment. You got to have guys that are really committed to the team above themselves. And Hilton Head's been cultivating that culture for a long time, and it's coming home to roost. Marcus,
yeah. My main thought. Oh, finally.
Oh, your microphone's all janky.
You are breaking up.
But my parting thought is definitely what this Hilton Head team has been able to do. 11-2 is a great season. They've had two tremendous seasons the last 2 years.
Here we go.
And certainly good luck to Hampton tomorrow. as well as Colleton Prep. It's great to see a bunch of these teams
College Prep tomorrow.
do what they can. Yeah, that's true. Hampton's next week. Good luck to those teams.
That'd
You
be
know, for
hell
what
if they had to play tomorrow.
they're able to do. Oh yeah, no doubt.
This
I'd like their
is
chances
baseball.
though. They won 56
Yeah,
to 6.
they were
Central won
able to rest some
57 to
Absolutely.
starters
47.
maybe instead of
Sheesh.
have some
I think
legs.
Hampton would sign up to play tomorrow for
They
sure.
would
I
have
think Central
they
would
would have more
pass.
legs than Central would.
Yeah.
They had to play.
It's
No,
it's
you
going to be
don't.
it's going to be really interesting to see what these two teams can do down the stretch. I'm really interested to see how 4A finishes because again, South Point tremendous. Gray really impressed the heck out of me. They're going to be in for a battle for sure with South Florence, but
Yeah.
again, for this low country and especially kind of hyper low country area that I cover for WHHI predominantly, congrats to everybody, and we've had a great season. For me, it's on to seeing it via TV and whatnot with you guys and talking a little bit about it as we round it out, but basketball for me will start, and I'll start figuring out our schedule and whatnot and getting going with games here real soon
Boy.
just to see what things are going and how things are looking on the hardwood. But congrats to all involved, and there is still football for about another week or so.
Well, at
Yeah,
least another week.
Couple of weeks.
I was actually going to say, Marcus, like I agree with you. I think the 4A division is really interesting because I think if South Florence and South Point went out, that is going to be one heck of a state championship game between those two teams. And even if Gray Collegiate wins, I still think it's going to be a great one. I just don't think anyone's stopping South Point right now. I think if anyone can stop South Point, I think it's that South Florence team. But I think if those two teams get through, I think it's going to be one heck of a state championship game.
Yeah, I think South Point's on another level. I really do. James Island beat Stratford tonight. Northwestern beat Gaffney. Dutch Fork beat Burns.
Boy, James Island's been playing really well in these
James
playoffs.
Island's very good.
Very good.
Irmo beat White Knoll. Remember, James Island beat both Gray and Hilton Head. Pretty handily. Like they're very good.
Yeah, they're elite.
Norman beat Ridgeview. Berkeley blew out Myrtle Beach. Somerville got by Carolina Forest 29-28.
Wow, that's a big one.
Indian Land beat TL Hannah 43-41. Those are 5A scores. 4A scores. South Florence 49-14 over North Augusta. So they'll play Gray next week at South Florence, and then South Point will host West Side, which beat Camden 24-21. West Side kind of started slow, but is getting back to being what we thought they would be now.
Right.
Oceanside romped Dillon 42-0. It's Oceanside. Loris whooped up on Newberry 51-21. So it's Loris and Oceanside go Lions. Powdersville 52 they beat the doors off Mountain View Prep 52-30. Belton Hanea Path over Woodruff 13-3.
And I still don't think anyone's beaten Oceanside.
No,
I don't either, but I'm pulling for Loris.
Right. Yeah, I think everyone's pulling for. I mean, except those Oceanside. But no, Oceanside's they're you kind of felt when they beat Dutch Fork that they were going to win 3A.
They're a juggernaut, dude.
Yeah,
they are.
Strom beat Chester
31-8,
and Fairfield Central blew out Clinton 42-7. So Fairfield Central Strom's going to be a really good.
That's another thing is
final,
that
and then Hampton Central in the lower state.
Yeah,
that's another thing is that obviously we're going to have realignment to next year, so the regions will look a little different.
It'll be fun.
They will, and the classifications. It sounds like
obviously.
Bamberg ended up winning 48-20. We had Cross was up big on Johnsonville, but I don't see a final. So that would be your lower state final. And then Lamar over HKT big and Louisville big over CA Johnson. So it'll be Lamar and Louisville. On the other side, I was on Bamberg from the start as the team to beat in 1A, and I still feel good about it.
Yeah.
But they're going to have two more tough games ahead. Jeremy Orr, last thoughts?
No, I mean all I gotta say is don't sleep on the Canes because they're not done yet.
Oh yeah, I ain't sleeping on them now. Trust me, I ain't sleeping on them now.
Now, if I'm not
that central
mistaken,
game's gonna be.
Singletary is that boy from Estill, I believe, is what One Time calls him, right? So he's an Estill boy. Y'all claiming him, right?
He,
But that's the
Hey,
beauty of this Hampton
yeah,
Catholic
we went for
program
short
is
time.
it's Estill
Or is he from
and it's
Yamasee?
Wade Hampton joined together.
He's an Estill boy, right?
I thought he is, isn't he?
He might be a
We went
Yamasee
for
boy
sure.
who went to Estill. Did Yamasee go to Estill
Okay.
before? Or did they go to Hampton? I don't
Maybe
know.
Hampton.
Mama Mo will let us know, um, but Zamon was at Estill, right? Zamon
Yeah,
Loftus.
he started off at Estill and then transferred
Yeah.
in like middle school.
He from Yamasee. There we go. That's
Yeah.
what One Time says. That boy from Yamasee. Yeah, they riding that boy from
Shamo
Yamasee.
Loftus.
Yeah, he loving some Daily Singletary. But yeah, Yamasee. So I'll have to make sure to wear my my Yamasee monkey socks on Friday next week. Try to bring good luck.
I
Remember when the
do like
monkeys
those
got
socks.
out? They
Yeah,
made
just
socks, and I
getting
got
on me.
some. Yeah. Oh, they never went to Estill. Okay. My bad. My bad. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mr. Gray. I, I don't want to start no wars over in Hampton County. Y'all just getting along now. We don't want to. We don't want to
Yeah,
mess it up by
we don't want
saying
to mess
something
that
wrong
up.
over
We don't
here.
want to mess that
right.
up.
Look, it don't matter if
Yeah.
you from Estill, Barnville, Hampton, Yamasee. You from the county, and the county going to the ship, right? That's all that matters
Yeah,
in
baby.
Hampton
That's
County.
That's
So,
it.
exactly.
all right, boys. Well, I ain't got nothing much to add to that, but a lot of sports going on around here this weekend. There's some softball in Beaufort and Bluffton. There's obviously a state championship football game, bunch of them up in Orangeburg, but one is of our interest. And also got some hoops. I didn't see scores tonight, but I know there was action out of Whale Branch tonight, tomorrow, and Monday. So we'll catch up with you on Monday and,
But
put
we
a
back here
bow on this
tomorrow
stuff.
for
What's that? Oh yeah,
a
but I
special
meant
edition
we'll
of
catch
Local
up with you
Pigskin.
Monday
Right.
with lowdown
The hoop
to get you
scores, yeah.
caught up on all the
Right.
basketball and all that stuff. But
Exactly.
Wes does plan to go live tomorrow afternoon and help bring home the Warhawks and keep us posted on what's happening up there in Orangeburg. Oh, well, that's a tremendous young man you got as a nephew, Unc. You're doing a great job over there. But so check us out tomorrow night. If you want to see what's going on with the SCISA State Championships, a special edition of Lowco Pigskin Live, and then we'll see you Monday for the Lowco Sports Lowdown. But that does it for tonight. Wrapping it up on round 3 of the high school football playoffs. For Jeremy Orr, Marcus Walsh, Wes Kerr, Max Raj, I'm Justin Jarrett. Till next time, go Lowco.